Hey everybody, and welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing my September favorites. I have a smaller batch of things this month just because I've been so busy lately. I literally just been pulling like kind of just a very small group of things together, but I did find some new things to throw into my routine where I really have been enjoying them, so I'm going to go ahead and share those with you now. The first of them being the foundation I am currently wearing, and I've actually had this for a bit unopened because I was just trying to, I'm one of those people with foundations and concealers, I like to finish a bottle before I start a new one, just what I do. But I've just been going through some skin things and other foundations just weren't sitting the way they used to for whatever reason, so I finally opened this one, and it is the L'Oreal 24-hour foundation in Pro Glow range. I wear the shade 202, which is the second lightest for me. This is a more neutral toned shade, so it's creamy neutral. This is beautiful. Currently is my favorite foundation. It doesn't have like the most amazing of ingredients that I normally look for. Like, it doesn't say non-comedogenic on here, which is what I really would love for all foundations to be, but it still works really well. It doesn't break me out, thankfully, so I'll just be okay with that. It just sits on. I don't set anything with powder other than like underneath like the eye area and maybe just like a little bit in here, but everything here is all cream products, and it sits so nicely on my skin. It doesn't go into any fine lines or any like skin scarring that I have. It's just like a nice wash of color, and it goes so well with my neck and the rest of my body, and I don't feel the need to like bring it down here. I know that that's what everybody does. It just not a fan of that, but it goes so well. This is a beautiful formula, and it lasts really well. I don't know about the 12 or 24-hour thing. I've never needed to wear my foundation for that long, but if you're looking for a drugstore option and you have normal to dry skin, which is what I currently have, this is amazing. Or maybe you just like really dewy skin. It probably won't last quite as long if you have more oily skin, but this is just a beautiful formula. And then for brows, I've been switching off this month. The other one hasn't made it quite my favorites yet because I'm still mastering doing it. I'm still practicing those little hair-like strokes. It's gotten better in the front here, but as far as like filling anything here, it's been a struggle for me. One of the days that I don't want to mess around doing that, I've been loving the Brow Boss, the new pencils for your brows from ColourPop. I do have this shade light brown, and at first I mentioned this in like a haul video that it looked a little bit light for me when I first pulled it out. Oh, and I will mention, I have to keep the lid off of the spoolie side because there's like a little like notch here, and the whole spoolie was stuck in the lid, and I had to take a pair of pliers to get it off. So now the lid does not live on the spoolie side anymore. But this, once again, is the shade light brown, and it looks a little bit light for me, but I'm actually considering purchasing the lighter shade, so the next shade up, because this actually makes my brows look a little bit darker than I prefer. Either that, or I'm just getting more and more used to the other brow product that I've been using, the pomade, which is a lighter brown, and which is what I have on right now. Like I said, I'm still trying to play with it, but as far as formula, this is amazing. This is really similar to like an ABH Brow Wiz formula. It's not super creamy like their previous brow pencil in a container that looks similar to this. That was very creamy, and that wasn't for me. I don't feel like the longevity was there. But this is like a beautiful balance between like a waxy formula and the creaminess, to where like I feel like it just holds well, and it's so similar in texture to the Brow Wiz, but it doesn't give me like, sometimes Brow Wiz, when I first start like re-adding it into my routine just off and on, it'll make me get like little like blemishes in my brow hair like area, the skin between it. This has not done that, so I will definitely take this. This is like what, $6? It's amazing. The shade range, hopefully they expand upon it. I believe there's only like 4, maybe 5 shades right now, but this is an amazing formula if you're looking for like an affordable option. And I do like that these, a good handful of the things I'll be mentioning here are drugstore priced, affordably priced options. another drugstore option. It is from Maybelline and it's the Baby Lips. This is the Color Balm. So I know that the original ones are in like a chapstick, like twist up chapstick old school tube. I do like those. I just prefer these a lot more. They're just surprisingly pigmented. It's kind of like a really highly pigmented balm, if you will. This is the shade, it's like coral something. Where's the name at? Creamy Coral. And it just looks like this. You'd think that with this it would actually just, it wouldn't be that pigmented, but that's one swipe. That's really, really pigmented. It just looks so flattering on the lips, and I know that this is clearly not a fall shade now that we are in that time of the year, but I love corally hues, and this is so pretty. It's like ever so slightly sheer, but it's so pigmented you barely need any. You can pretty much blend it into your lips, just like a couple like dabs on it. You don't even need to swipe it, and it's just got the most like hydrating formula. So once again, another affordable option at the drugstore. That's so funny. Now that I'm looking at all these products, there's probably like only one like high-end option in here, which is great, another ColourPop option. This is my favorite, all-time favorite Lippie stick shade that they first came out with, that I've loved. It's just been a great shade. It's just so universal. I have a mini of it now, and it's just the shade Cookie. So this is just what the mini looks like. I have the full size one as well too. But this is just such a pretty color. It's what I have on my lips right now, but I do have a gloss over it that kind of made it look a little bit more peachy. So I can just swatch it for you right now so you can see. It's just the prettiest mauve with like a little hint of like a rosiness to it right there. And it's just got the, I love their Lippie stick formula. It's so lightweight and creamy, but it's not like that like glossy creamy to where it feels like it's going to come off your lips. It's got good staying power, and since it is more of that neutral shade, it wears off nicely to where you don't have like this obvious like outline over your lips and then nothing in the middle. I just wanted to share that with you because this has stayed tried and true. I'm so glad that they still make this. I'll be so sad if they ever try to discontinue Cookie. I will stock up. I will. Another ColourPop product. I have been living in this highlight ever since I got it. Like, it is amazing, and for the compact it's only $8, and if you just want the pan to put in a Z palette, it's $7. So for a highlight, come on now, they're like huge. It is currently what I am wearing on my cheeks, and it is the highlighter from ColourPop in the shade Here Kitty Kitty. I do keep the box because that's the only way you know what it is, unless you want to like write the name yourself inside or on the back of the actual palette, but I just haven't done that yet. But this is just what the compact looks like, and this is where the name normally would be. It just isn't on any of these products, so that is why I keep the box. But this is such a beautiful shade. I know that I've mentioned this in my haul video, but it is so pretty. It's similar in tone to Citrine from Jouer. I mentioned that as well. If you like that highlight, it's just not quite as metallic, but still it's very, like, I didn't put a setting spray or anything on this, and I did not apply it wet. This is just the dry product by itself, and it lasts so long. And I actually really like this compact. It's nice. It's I just like clean lines on things. I just feel like that looks more like chic, and I just like clean lines. I don't know what it is, like nice angles and weird. I'm weird like that. But it's just like the whole shape of the compact itself. There's this huge old pan that would take you forever to go through. It's got a really good mirror on this side. It just, I really like this compact. So for an extra $1, if you don't have any Z palettes, or if you don't want one to just be in the pan, it's an amazing compact. I will mention this one because it's probably like the only non-affordable option in my favorites this month, and I did mention this in a video as well. It's just from NudeStix. They are, oh my gosh, it's stuck. I could not get it. Okay, there we go. The eye crayons that I used in my NudeStix video, I've been loving them. Oh my gosh. Once again, I got the shade Twilight, which is just beautiful. Like, taupey color right there, and it's like a metallic finish. So this is the magnetic eye color in the shade Twilight. And then somehow I lost the lid for my the magnetic matte eye color, but this one is in the shade Taupe. These just go so well together. I'm so sad. No, it's drying out. I need to find that cap. Oh, it looks so, it's so dried out. Oh my gosh. I'm so sad. Yeah, literally, I'm like, there's like gunk right there because I can't find the cap, and I've been just keeping it in like a little tissue in a closed box, hoping that it wouldn't dry out. But now I'm on a mission and I need to find it today. But that is such a pretty color. Like, I know that you clearly can't see it because it's dried up right now, but underneath that surface layer I'll scrape off, it'll be creamy again, and it's a nice like taupey brown. One thing I did discover though is, because I normally set my eyelids, because I put a foundation on my eyelids too, and I just set it with my translucent powder that I set under here with as well. These don't work well with powder products. So if you use, or if you get those eye crayons from NudeStix, use them just on your bare eye skin, or if you maybe want to put a little foundation underneath, and don't set it. Just go straight in with the creams, because they start to ball up if there's powder. I don't know why, but they are they're supposed to be crease proof and like waterproof as well too. So they lasted so long on me that day that I did the video, because I didn't set it with powder, and the other day I wanted to use them again, and I was putting it on with powder, and I was like, okay, no, this is terrible. Tried it again yesterday, I think. I don't know, one of these days. I've been using them pretty frequently, and I did it without using powder, and they looked beautiful again. So if you're into that, just don't set your eyelids with powder, or put powder products on your eyelids with those pencils, because they do set down to a matte or like a luminous matte finish. And then the last product is a palette, which is just the Jaclyn Hell palette. I've had this for a minute, I'm not gonna lie. I purchased it the day that it came out, like at the Morphe store. Dude, that was the longest line ever. I was worse than a Disneyland line, and at least anyway, I hadn't used it after that. Kind of just set it aside. I have so many palettes, but I finally started playing with it, because I don't know, sometimes I just sit down, I'm like, okay, what have I not used? Let's use that today. And I'm so pleasantly surprised. Not that I had any doubts about it, but just kind of like, I don't know, it's not the same as normal Morphe palettes. Like, the formula is definitely different. It just looks like this. I'm pretty sure everybody and their mother have seen it. I physically went in one by one and wrote the names under each one, because that was the bane of my existence. Like, they have names, and if she ever does a tutorial using this, she talks about the names, and you can't see it because when you bought the actual package, it didn't tell you any names. Like, we didn't get that promo or that press sheet that said all the names on the outside. It wasn't even on the back of the box, like nothing, to where I literally had to go on Morphe's website and look at all the shadow names, and then one by one go in with a pen and write it underneath each one, which is tedious. And I truly hope they step their game up and print the names under each shadow if you want to name the shadow. That's all I'm saying. If you don't want to name it, that's fine. That's fine. If you want to name it, we need to know the names. But the formula of these are incredibly creamy and incredibly buttery, and they blend beautifully. I know that there's a lot of people that just don't care for Morphe. Totally got it. Like, every brand has things that somebody's not gonna like. Makes sense. But if you can get your hands on this, the formula is different. I will definitely say that it is more of a quality palette as far as formulation wise goes, but I was just really surprised with that, and I liked it, so I wanted to share with you. And that is it. I probably talked way longer than just those little bit of products, but anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll be seeing you very soon in my next video.